Okay, for this project today, I thrifted, well, I got these at a yard sale. I got two of them actually. They're vases and they have floral foam down inside, which I couldn't get out without crumbling, so I'm just gonna leave it in there and put flowers in it. But I really like the look of this. They used vintage dictionary pages, and I like it because I don't think they used Mod Podge on it, or if they did, they only did that on the inside layer and didn't put any on the outside. So I am going to try to recreate this today. So I found the same vase at the Dollar Tree. This was one of their $1.25 vases, and I'm going to put music paper on mine. Excuse me, and I am going to use glue stick and glue it on. Okay, so I just got my hymn pages out of an old hymn book, and it measures 11 wide by 8 1/4 long, but you really won't need all of the 8 1/4 long, but I'm going to sand part of that off. But you will definitely need the 11 because that fits perfectly around the vase. So I'm just going to put some glue stick on my hymn. You could choose any hymn you want. You could do these for Christmas and use Christmas hymns, whatever you would like. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this on and show you the process. Okay, as you can see, I put the paper just right below that rim. So I left a little bit of the glass rim, and that's how I just lined my paper up, and then I just rolled it around. I put glue stick on half the paper and rolled that so it would stay in place. And then I just put glue stick on the other half, and then I just rolled it all in place. So I really like the look of this. You could use the dictionary pages like the one that I found at the yard sales, or you can use hymnal pages. You can use whatever book page that you would like on yours. I just really like the music paper on mine. And so now the glue has dried, and I'm just going to take my little sander here, and I'm just going to sand the edges. So I'll have a nice clean edge at the bottom of my paper. Wait till your glue is dry though. Before you do this, you don't want to rip your paper. Although I probably wouldn't mind if I ripped it a little bit. It would just look a little bit more vintage. So okay, I'm going to continue sanding my paper off here, and then I will show you. I'm going to put a candle in mine. So I have one completed already, and I put lace around mine just like the one that I found at the garage sales. You could use any color lace you wanted. You could change this up for the holidays, or you could just leave it neutral like this. And I have a battery operated candle, and they fit right down in there. So I don't know if you can see. I'll go ahead and turn it on, but I'll do this at nighttime so you can see it better too. Yeah, it's hard to see in the daytime, but it's so pretty in here. So I'm going to put flowers in the ones that I thrifted, and then in the two that I make, I'm going to use them. You can kind of see the glow a little bit, but I'll show you better when it gets dark. And I'm going to use the two that I make for candle holders. Okay, so let me know what you... Okay, so the next project I'm working on is I just thrifted a frame, probably at the garage sales. Wherever I see frames are inexpensive, I usually pick them up. And I just put a piece of Connie Lines and Designs rice paper in there. And I just folded it up, actually. I didn't even cut it. I just folded it to fit into my frame. And this was the picture in the frame. So I'm just going to turn it over so the white side goes onto the decoupage paper. And put my frame back together. And you have instant artwork. It looks so pretty in this frame with the flowers. And it'll also go with the candle holders that I'm making, the coloring. So I will show you all of that at the end, but that's just a really easy way. Okay, so I also made this to go in like the little vignette that I'm creating. I have a video on this, but I used decoupage paper. This is a Roycycle decoupage paper in the background here. And I used the IOD Pastiche stamp. I believe that's the way you say that. And it has birdhouses and cloches in it. So I just used the mask that come with it. And I cut out my decoupage paper, stamped on it, and then I did a background. I have a whole video on how to do this. It's in my 100 subscriber video. And so you might want to take a look at that, and it shows you exactly how I create these. Okay, so I thrifted 3 of these ceramic houses. I'm not for sure. They're probably from Target or something. I think that they are. I thrifted 3 different sizes, styles. So this is one that has not been painted or anything yet. This one has 2 coats of slick stick on it, and I'm waiting for that to dry completely. There's directions on the back, but it has 2 coats, and I think you need to let those dry overnight. So I'm letting that dry before I paint it. And then here is one that I have already painted. On this one, I used a fusion color, and I will get that color for you and tell you in just a little bit, or put it up on the screen. And I did not use a primer or anything, but you might want to use like a bonding primer or a slick stick or whatever product that you like to use to help your paint adhere to your surface. But I have done the fingernail trick on this. You can see, and this has been setting for about 4 days though. So, but it's really not scratching off. And I think it'll be fine for my purposes, but I did decide to go ahead and put like some kind of coat on here, like the slick stick, before I paint the other 2. But I just wanted to show you that, and I will be back and show you what they look like. So I painted my little houses, and I made what I'm calling little toppers for them. You saw me really quick trying to cut some wood for the toppers. So they just sit on there, but I thought if I wanted to use these as storage and not planters, I could have little toppers on them. So, and then I glued some metal trim around the top. So let me know what you think of the little houses with their toppers. Okay, so I am trying to save this old toolbox. I was peeling off the little sticker here, and this is its original color. So, I don't know if I can get close, but I found this, which is kind of close, but not really the same. But I'm going to give that a try and see what I can do with this old toolbox. Okay, so here is the toolbox. I did clean it a little bit, but I left all the rusty on it because I want it to look old. But as you can see, I don't think it looks that old. The spray paint made it look a little bit newer. And I did stamp a vintage stamp on the front, but I think, it's just a little bit too bright for me. I love the color, but I just want it to look more vintage looking. So I'm going to go around and I'm going to use my little sander and sand back some of the places. And then I thought about the black oil wax from Sweet Pickins. But I'm not for sure about that. And I've also thought about white waxing it to see if that would tone it down a little bit. So I'm not for sure what I'm going to do, but I'm going to try to make it a little bit more vintage looking. Okay, so I sanded it down just a little bit just to make it the inside. It's not perfectly painted, but I'm going to have things down here anyway, but I kind of wanted the outside to match the inside. And then I used white wax on this side. So the Dixie Belle Bestang wax in white. What do you think of that? How do you think the white wax looks? It makes it look kind of beachy, kind of. A little bit like beachy colors, coastal beachy colors. I kind of like it, but I'm not for sure. What do you think? I've already done this side, so I'm going to have to do this side also, but do you think I should put some like dark wax over the top too? Or do you like this look? Okay, so before you make your decision on what you would do about the wax, this is the whole thing white waxed. So it needs to dry a little bit, but it's all been wiped down. And this is what the front looks like. And then I even did the inside top because it will be open. And I did a little bit on the bottom too. But that is what it looks like with the white wax. So maybe that will help make your decision. Here's the back. And then I did the sides. And then there's the front again. So I think it looks kind of cool. It's a little bit different looking. So hopefully you can see that. So now let me know what you think about the white wax. And would you add dark wax, or would you have added no wax at all? Or would you just leave it with the white wax? So here are the finished projects. We have the toolbox that I rescued, the scrap piece of wood with the cloche stamped on with decoupage paper underneath, the vase that's wrapped in music paper. It can be a vase or a candle holder or both. And the little house that I thrifted and painted and made a topper for it. And then we have the Connie Lines and Designs rice paper in the thrifted frame. Let me know what you think of the projects. And I'm going to show you some pictures of different ways that you can style the toolbox. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.